During the war, you know, Mr. Eames molded designs were, they were adapted for splints, weren't they, for the boys? And then you continued along with your designs after that. Is there a basic theory of design for your chairs? Is there a basic theory you could talk to us about?
Well, there's one. I don't know whether I can talk about it. That is, the attitude in all of them is really the same. We've never designed for a fashion or with the idea of fitting in a fashion, and the Herman Miller Furniture Company has never ever requested that we do pieces for a market or for an annual thing, which is
you really create your own market, don't you?
Yes, and the timing is more or less our own. Sometimes it's too slow, but we are allowed then to follow it through. We do the graphics and presentation.
Yes, you say it's too slow, and yet you've done so much and so many and so much sooner than most people have. Designing interesting furniture, of course, is only part of the work that Charles and Ray Eames do. As I remember, your house shows very well the way you feel about living and the problems of design. And I think if we could see some pictures, Mr. Eames will tell us a little bit about the house. Here we are, Charles.
Well, Ray and I worked on it. We designed it together, of course. Recently, we've made a film on the house, and it's been released at the Museum of Modern Art. It's a series of films. The music for it was composed by Elmer Bernstein. It's a marvelous thing. Elmer he did the Man with the Golden Arm and the music
marvelous
for the house.
Score it is,
fantastic.
Yes.
But it's all...
This is beautiful and airy looking, isn't it, in this picture?
Well, we think so. It's sort of gotten to be like an old cave for us, but it's composed of standard factory units.
Standard factory units that don't look very standard or very factory in those pictures. That's what your beautification has done for them, you and Ray. You've also done some of the most fascinating toys, not only for children but for grown-ups as well. And we have something here. I wish you'd just tell us about it, will you?
Well, it's a house of cards done from things mainly picked up around our own house. So we just stay at
You mean the designs on the cards?
Yeah.
And this is sold to buy for children to build their own private houses
Children,
with?
Yes, but there's no limit on the age, of course.
Adults are children anyway, in many respects, aren't they? And, of course, you've been working on the picture, The Spirit of St. Louis. I'm curious about what you did precisely with that picture, Charles.
Well, I worked with Billy Wilder, the director. He's a great man, and
Indeed.
It's going to be a real good picture. I didn't make the furniture for Jimmy Stewart or anything like that. I was working with Billy and then directed for him some second unit work, mainly the construction of the airplane.
Is it going to be an exact replica of the one that's in the Smithsonian?
Well, Charles Lindbergh couldn't tell the difference.
Well, if he can't tell the difference, it must be pretty accurate. Charles, we know about the materials that you have used for your chairs and that they're basically molded wood and plastics, as you've shown us, and fiberglass and wire and so forth, and some upholstered parts. But I think now it would be very nice if we can preview your newest chair. Why don't we just go up here and have a little preview of this? Well, that is quite a departure, Charles, and it looks wonderfully comfortable. Tell us something about it.
Well, it's rosewood plywood, and it's black leather, and its insides are all feathers and down. But I think it'd be a better idea if we would just build it for you right here, and you could see something about it.
Can we see this being built? Well, all right, let's put it together. saying to Charles that I expected when the man's face turned around it was going to be Charlie Chaplin or somebody. Didn't it look exactly like those old movies in the
This is a typical Herman Miller employee.
Well, it's just great. You know, I remember a quotation about this unusual couple that I read some time ago. I think describes it beautifully. May not remember it accurately, but it's the Eames' desire to move freely in a world of enormous and unlimited possibilities is combined with a very accurate sense of discrimination and taste, which, of course, we always see. This is an ability to select among the unlimited possibilities and return considerable richness to the world, which you both have done. And thank you for being here and showing us your things this morning.